What if I told you the way you spend your first hour decides who you become? Most people wake up and hand their peace to notifications, news, and noise. They scroll, they react, and before 7 a.m., their mind already belongs to the world. But high performers, those who lead with calm precisions, start differently. They command their mornings the way a Stoic commands his mind, with stillness, clarity, and discipline. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive." Those first minutes are your battlefield, your chance to rewire your emotions before the world intrudes. Neuroscience now confirms what Stoics knew 2,000 years ago. Your morning thoughts sculpt your entire day. So today, we'll uncover 10 Stoic morning rituals practiced by the most focused minds on earth. Habits that reset your thoughts, calm your emotions, and make you unstoppable. Comment below. I control my morning, I control my day. 1. Wake before the world. Every morning, the world rushes into chaos before most people even open their eyes. Alarms scream, emails flood. The mind is hijacked before the body even moves. We wake up reacting, never leading. That's why ordinary days start with anxiety, but extraordinary lives begin in silence. High performers know this truth. The battle is won before the world wakes. They rise when the streets are quiet, when the air still holds yesterday's calm. That hour before sunrise is not for checking messages. It's for meeting yourself. The Stoics understood this rhythm deeply. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And nowhere do we waste more life than in those first waking moments, scrolling through other people's opinions while our own soul still sleeps." To wake before the world isn't about productivity, it's about sovereignty. When you rise early, you declare ownership over your mind. You take back the most sacred thing in existence, your attention. No one is asking for it yet. No one is demanding it. The stillness before dawn belongs entirely to you. And in that silence, clarity blooms. Try this tomorrow. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier. When it rings, don't grab your phone. Sit on the edge of your bed. Breathe. Feel the cool air move in and out. Let your thoughts settle before you stand. That's your first victory of the day. Use those first minutes to observe, not to plan. Watch your thoughts drift like clouds. You're not rushing to fix the day. You're preparing to meet it with discipline. The greatest warriors in history, from Marcus Aurelius to modern Navy SEALs, understood that composure is earned in the unseen hours. Before the world opens its eyes, ask yourself one question. What kind of man will I be when the sun rises? This is not about waking up early. It's about waking up with purpose. Rise before the noise. Rise before the demands. Rise before doubt has a chance to speak. Because when you control the first hour, you control the next 23. The world will follow your rhythm, not the other way around. Affirmation. I rise before the world to lead my own mind. 2. Control your first thought. The moment your eyes open, your mind looks for direction. Most people hand that power away instantly. They grab their phone, read a message, see a headline, and within seconds, someone else is already programming their emotions. Fear, envy, urgency, all before they even leave the bed. The Stoics saw this danger long before smartphones existed. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your first thought is the seed of your entire day. If it's reactive, you'll spend the next 12 hours trying to recover your peace. If it's intentional, everything that follows moves with clarity. So, before the world tells you who to be, choose who you are. Take 10 seconds after waking to breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what's my first thought? If it's negative, pause, observe, and replace it. That single act is mental strength training. It's proof that your mind serves you, not the chaos around you. High performers use this technique like a pre-flight check for the soul. They don't start the day by scanning other people's lives. They scan their own state. They know that the first narrative you believe will dictate your focus, your patience, and your courage. You don't need a perfect morning routine. You need a deliberate first thought. Here's a simple Stoic ritual. Keep a small notebook by your bed. Each morning, write one line beginning with, I choose. I choose calm over chaos. I choose focus over noise. I choose effort over excuses. Writing those words doesn't change the world, but it changes how you enter it. Marcus Aurelius began each day reminding himself that he would meet the selfish, the angry, and the ignorant, not to complain, but to prepare. He trained his first thought to be acceptance, not resistance. You can do the same. Your first thought is your compass. Guard it like a warrior guards his sword. So tomorrow, when your eyes open, don't reach outward. Reach inward. The battle of the day begins not in meetings, but in the quiet space between your thoughts. Win that space, and the day bends to your command. Affirmation. My mind obeys me, not the world. 3. Cold discomfort training. When the alarm rings and the water is cold, most people hesitate. They want warmth, softness, comfort, the illusion of safety. But comfort has never built strength. It only builds dependence. Every time you choose ease, you teach your mind to retreat from life's resistance. The Stoics called this practice voluntary discomfort. It's not punishment, it's preparation. Seneca warned, comfort is a slow death. He would sleep on hard floors, wear rough clothes, and remind himself that comfort was the real poison. Why? Because the body that fears hardship breeds a mind that collapses under pressure. High performers understand this truth instinctively. They don't seek pain, they train for it. The cold shower, the early workout, the empty stomach before sunrise, these are not trends. They are silent conversations with the self. Each one says, I decide how I feel, not my circumstances. When the cold water hits, your breath shortens, your body resists. That's your instinct begging for control. And right there, right in that second, you meet the real battlefield of Stoicism. Do you surrender to comfort, or do you master the reflex? If you can choose calm while your body screams, you are learning the core of Stoic control. You don't need to swim in ice rivers or chase extremes. Just practice saying yes to one small discomfort every morning. Take a cold shower for 60 seconds. Walk outside before dawn without headphones. Sit in silence with your own thoughts instead of seeking noise. Each act of discomfort sharpens the blade of self-command. Modern science calls it stress inoculation, the gradual training of your nervous system to stay steady under pressure. But the Stoics understood this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius faced war, betrayal, and loss, yet wrote, "If it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining." That's not detachment. It's discipline. He was training his mind to stay calm in storms long before they arrived. So tomorrow, don't fear the cold. Walk into it like a warrior testing his armor. Let the shock remind you you're alive, awake, and in control. Discomfort doesn't destroy you, it reveals you. And when you learn to breathe in the cold, you realize you are never fragile. Affirmation. Discomfort is my morning teacher. 4. Write 3 things you can control. Every day begins with a choice. Focus on what drains you or on what you can actually shape. Most people don't make that choice consciously. They wake up worrying about traffic, deadlines, or someone else's opinion, things completely outside their control. By the time they finish their coffee, their peace has already been stolen. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control, the simplest yet most powerful idea in philosophy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Everything you experience today will fall into two columns: what you can control and what you can't. Suffering begins when you confuse the two. High performers understand this better than anyone. They protect their attention the way a warrior protects his weapon. They know that stress is not caused by the world itself, but by trying to command what isn't theirs to command. Their secret. They start each morning by sorting their reality. Here's the Stoic practice. Take one sheet of paper, draw a line down the middle. On the left, write, "Within my control." On the right, "Beyond my control." Then list everything that's on your mind: bills, projects, arguments, regrets. Now circle 3 items from the left column, only 3, and commit to them for today. That's your battlefield. Everything else, let it go. This ritual doesn't just organize your day, it rewires your identity. Each morning you declare, "I'm a person who acts, not reacts." It turns worry into direction. It transforms chaos into clarity. And slowly, your brain begins to trust you. When life hits hard, come back to those 3 things. If a problem can be solved by your effort, act. If it can't, breathe and release it. That's not apathy, that's mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal before battle, reminding himself that serenity comes from alignment, not control. When you choose to focus only on what's yours, you become immune to manipulation. No one can pull your strings, because your attention is anchored inside you. So tomorrow morning, grab a pen before you grab your phone. Write your 3 controllables. That small act separates the restless from the powerful. The world will always be chaotic, but your mind doesn't have to be. Affirmation. I act where I have power. Move your body, calm your mind. Modern life worships productivity but forgets motion. We sit for hours, scroll endlessly, and call it rest. Yet the mind cannot be still if the body is stagnant. Stoics knew this long before neuroscience confirmed it. Movement is medicine, not just for the muscles, but for the soul. Marcus Aurelius trained his body daily, even during war. He understood that physical movement wasn't vanity. It was philosophy in motion. To move is to remind yourself that you are alive, capable, and sovereign over your will. In his journal he wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." And being one begins with action. High performers don't exercise to look good. They move to think clearly. They see the body as an instrument of focus. A short walk, a deep stretch, 10 minutes of intentional breathing. These aren't routines. They're rituals of presence. They release trapped energy, reset the nervous system, and make space for disciplined thought. Here's your Stoic challenge. Before 7 a.m., move for 10 minutes with awareness. No music, no noise, just you, your breath, and the sensation of being here. It could be push-ups, squats, or a quiet walk around your home. Each movement, slow and deliberate, teaches the mind to follow reason, not impulse. As your heart rate rises, focus on control, not speed. Feel discomfort without judgment. Observe how the body wants to quit, how thoughts whisper, "Enough." Then breathe, stay, and finish. This is not a workout. It's a conversation between discipline and desire. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Moving your body every morning is a physical rehearsal of that mastery. It trains obedience to purpose. And when your body learns obedience, your mind follows. Think of movement as morning meditation. While others drown in caffeine and notifications, you're grounding your awareness in the one thing you fully own, your body. With every controlled breath and deliberate step, you send one message to the universe. I am here, I am capable, I'm in control. So tomorrow, before you chase the day, Move. Not for vanity, but for virtue. Not to impress, but to align. Your body is the bridge to your mind, and your mind is the bridge to peace. Affirmation. Motion is meditation. 6. Practice gratitude with negative visualization. Most people practice gratitude only when life feels good. They give thanks when the sun shines, when plans succeed, when comfort surrounds them. But the Stoics saw a deeper kind of gratitude, one that survives loss, failure, and pain. True gratitude, they taught, is not for what you have, but for what you could lose and still endure. Seneca called this premeditatio malorum, the meditation on misfortune. He urged his students to imagine losing what they love, a friend, a home, even their health. Not to suffer twice, but to suffer less when reality eventually arrives. He wrote, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." This practice sharpens appreciation. It turns ordinary mornings into sacred moments of awareness. High performers use this Stoic lens to inoculate their minds against entitlement. Instead of asking, "Why don't I have more?" they ask, "What if I suddenly lost what I already have?" That shift changes everything. Suddenly, the bed you woke up in feels luxurious. The breath you just took feels like wealth. The simple fact that you get another sunrise is a miracle. Here's your morning ritual. Before reaching for your phone, sit for one quiet minute. Choose one thing you take for granted. A person, a freedom, a simple comfort. Now imagine, for just 10 seconds, that it's gone. Let that absence sink in. Then open your eyes and whisper, "I'm grateful it's still here." You'll feel a small pulse in your chest. That's presence awakening. That's awareness reclaiming its power from complacency. Gratitude practiced through loss builds resilience faster than any motivational speech ever could. It prepares you for the day not by denying difficulty, but by softening its sting. Marcus Aurelius began his mornings reminding himself that every person he loved, everything he owned, was borrowed from nature. To live with gratitude meant to live lightly, without clutching, without fear. When you hold lightly, you suffer less, and paradoxically, you love deeper. So tomorrow morning, look around you, at your room, your breath, your reflection. Nothing here is guaranteed. That's what makes it all precious. Gratitude isn't about saying thank you, it's about seeing clearly. When you practice it the Stoic way, you no longer need life to be perfect to feel blessed. You just need to be awake. Affirmation. I appreciate before I lose. 7. Define virtue for the day. Every morning, you make hundreds of choices, what to say, how to react, what to pursue. But beneath them all lies one silent question. Who do I want to be today? Most people never ask it. They drift through the day reacting, adjusting, pleasing, defending, living by circumstance instead of character. The Stoics called this drift the greatest danger of all. Because when you forget your virtue, the world assigns you one: impatience, anger, vanity. Marcus Aurelius began each dawn by recentering on his core values. He reminded himself, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And your estimates, the way you interpret life, come from virtue. Virtue was the Stoics' compass: wisdom, justice, courage, temperance. 4 simple words, but they carry the entire weight of human dignity. To live by virtue is to stop being controlled by moods, impulses, or noise. It is to ask, in every situation, what would the best version of me do now? High performers anchor their days with this same principle. They don't chase motivation, they chase alignment. Before their first meeting or workout, they define their day with one virtue. If it's wisdom, they pause before judging. If it's justice, they treat every person with fairness. If it's courage, they face the call they fear. If it's temperance, they control the reaction, not the situation. Here's how to practice it. Each morning, write one word at the top of your notebook, your chosen virtue. Then, underneath it, list one simple action that embodies it. Something small, something real. For example, courage. Speak up once when I'd normally stay silent. Wisdom, listen fully before replying. Temperance, no phone for the first hour. That one act becomes your quiet oath for the day. When you get lost, return to it. When you're tempted to react, ask, does this serve my virtue? That question alone will save you from hundreds of foolish choices. Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Virtue gives structure to that intention. It turns good intentions into moral architecture. So tomorrow, don't just plan your schedule. Plan your soul. Define your virtue before the world defines you. Because clarity of values creates peace of mind, and peace of mind builds unshakable strength. Affirmation. Virtue is my compass. 8. Plan your one hard thing. Discipline isn't built by doing everything. It's built by doing the hard thing first. Yet most people spend their mornings checking boxes that don't matter, replying to messages, cleaning up small tasks, tricking themselves into feeling productive. By the time they face what truly matters, their energy is already gone. The Stoics would call that spiritual procrastination, avoiding the difficult work that forges character. Marcus Aurelius wrote, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. Not as a worker, not as a pleaser, as a human being with duties, discipline, and purpose. High performers live by the same code. Before 7 a.m., they identify one challenge, the task that would most strengthen their resolve if they completed it. It might be writing, training, studying, or making that difficult call. Whatever it is, they attack it before the world can interfere, because they know the mind weakens with every hour of avoidance. Here's how to apply the Stoic method. Each night before sleep, write down one sentence. Tomorrow morning, before 7 a.m., I will do the hard thing. Then visualize yourself doing it with calm precision. When you wake, don't negotiate. Don't wait for motivation. Just move. The act itself will summon clarity. Epictetus reminded his students that freedom is found in discipline. He said, no great thing is created suddenly. Each deliberate morning builds a brick in the fortress of your will. And each time you face difficulty willingly, you weaken fear's grip on your mind. The Stoics didn't romanticize struggle. They used it as a tool. They believed every obstacle was a forge, every resistance a teacher. Seneca called it the gymnasium of the soul. Modern psychology calls it exposure training. Different words, same truth. You become stronger by choosing friction over comfort. So when you wake tomorrow, don't reach for the easy win. Reach for the weight that feels heavy. Lift it with presence. Do it not for applause, but for alignment. You're not chasing success. You're shaping character. That single hard thing will set the rhythm of your day, because once you do what's hardest, everything else feels light. And when you own your morning struggle, you become unshakable in life's storms. Affirmation. I do the hard thing first. 9. Affirm your mission out loud. Most people start their mornings by reminding themselves of their problems. High performers start by reminding themselves of their purpose. Because if you don't define what you serve, you'll spend the day serving distraction. The Stoics began each day with an inner declaration, a reminder that life is short and duty is sacred. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are to live another few years, or only one day, conduct yourself as one who knows the value of time. He understood that clarity of mission was armor against chaos. When you speak your mission out loud, you tell your nervous system, I am not lost, I am leading. This practice is simple, but it changes everything. Stand in front of a mirror each morning. Plant your feet, straighten your spine, place your hand on your chest. Look into your own eyes and speak a single commanding sentence. Not a wish, not a hope, a declaration. Say it like you mean it. I am a disciplined man of virtue and focus. Or make it your own. I am calm in storms and ruthless with my potential. I am here to serve, to grow, to act with integrity. Repeat it slowly until the words stop sounding like words and start feeling like truth. Your voice carries power. It shapes identity. Neuroscientists call this self-directed neuroplasticity, the brain wiring itself around what you consistently affirm. The Stoics simply called it training the soul. When you hear your own conviction each morning, your mind starts believing in the strength you claim, and once belief forms, behavior follows. High performers don't wait for confidence. They build it sentence by sentence, morning after morning. They understand that speaking with purpose is not arrogance, it's alignment. It's reminding yourself that your life has direction before the world tries to scatter it. This ritual may feel strange at first, but that's only because silence has ruled your mornings for too long. Now you replace silence with certainty. You start the day knowing who you are and why you're here. And that clarity follows you into every action, conversation, and challenge. So tomorrow before sunrise, face yourself and speak. You don't need to shout, you just need to mean it. Because when you affirm your mission, the world can't define it for you. Affirmation. I lead myself every morning. 10. 5-minute reflection. Before action. Before you dive into your day, pause. Don't rush from ritual into reaction. Those 5 quiet minutes before action decide whether you'll live with intention or drift through another day on autopilot. The Stoics treated reflection as the bridge between thought and deed. Seneca ended every night and began every morning with the same ritual, self-examination. He asked himself, what did I do well? What could I have done better? What will I do differently today? This wasn't guilt. It was alignment. Reflection sharpened his moral compass before the noise of the world could dull it. High performers still follow this practice. They use reflection as a reset button, a moment to separate emotion from execution. It's the mental equivalent of cleaning your lens before aiming the camera. Without clarity, even the most powerful focus goes to waste. Here's your 5-minute Stoic ritual. Minute 1. Breathe. Sit still, spine straight, and inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Let the rhythm clear the static from your mind. Minute 2. Review. Think of yesterday's actions. What strengthened your character? What weakened it? No judgment, only observation. Minute 3. Reframe. Choose one small failure and turn it into wisdom. Ask, what was this teaching me? That question transforms mistakes into momentum. Minute 4. Recommit. Whisper your virtue for today. Wisdom, justice, courage, or temperance. Anchor your focus in it. This is your inner contract with yourself. Minute 5. Re-enter. Stand up slowly, take one deep breath, and step into the day. Not rushing, not chasing. Grounded, directed, aware. Marcus Aurelius called this practice preparing the soul for battle. He faced empires and wars, yet his real battle was always internal, against distraction, ego, and fear. He understood that reflection is not hesitation, it's control. Those who pause with purpose act with precision. 5 minutes of reflection may seem small, but done daily, it rebuilds your mind's architecture. It makes discipline natural, calm a default, and gratitude automatic. You'll no longer start your day searching for peace. You'll enter it already centered. So before you pick up your phone or rush into the world, give yourself this gift of awareness. 5 minutes, one breath at a time. That's all it takes to lead your day with strength, clarity, and grace. Affirmation. I begin my day with clarity and calm. The morning of a Stoic. You've just walked through 10 Stoic rituals, 10 small doors that open to mastery. Each one trains a different muscle of the mind: stillness, gratitude, courage, control. Together, they build something no alarm clock can give you: sovereignty. You now know that your morning is not a routine, it's a rehearsal for life. When you wake before the world, when you choose your first thought, when you face discomfort, you are declaring, "My mind belongs to me." And that declaration echoes through every action that follows. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Your mornings are where those thoughts are forged. Guard them, shape them, live by them. So tomorrow, don't rush to check the world. Rise in silence. Write what you control, move your body, speak your mission, and begin your day not in chaos, but in command. Because when you master your morning, you don't just change a habit, you change your life. Affirmation. I control my morning. I control my day.